Well, that's it. That's it, in my opinion, for Mercedes. There's no way back, in my opinion. No way back. This is what I think of Mercedes' strategy.
Damn!
That's exactly what I think of Mercedes' strategy.
Damn!
Mercedes' strategy, and this includes Lewis, by the way, because I've just seen on Twitter that it was Lewis's call not to go into the pits because he saw Daniel Ricciardo pull over. Very interesting. But what was really hilarious, what really stood out for me, what really made me laugh, is when he said, "Oh, I'm glad we rescued a point." This is coming from a 8-time world champion. This is coming from an 8-time world champion. He said he's happy, very happy, of rescuing 1 point. 1 point. That's how low Mercedes have sunk. Now, listen, I know people who watch me are Mercedes fans, racing fans, whatever. You know the drill. You come here, you want to watch me, you want to listen to my opinion. You want to listen to what I think and what my opinion on the current events of Formula One and what's going on in race day and qualifying. And obviously, when you come to my Flaming Tarmacs, which is every week, you want to hear what I've got to say? This is why you subscribe to me. This is why you follow me on Twitter, and I appreciate that. But listen, guys and girls, whoever's watching, what it boils down to, that Mercedes, it's over. It is over. And I know a lot of people are going to come on my channel and they're going to say, "Hey, fuck you, man!" That's what they're going to say. I understand. I'm going to turn around to them, I'm going to tell them the truth, and then they're going to turn around to me again and say, "Hey, fuck you, man!" I understand. But you've got to admit it to yourself. There's no point of sugarcoating this. There's no point of sugarcoating it. Mercedes are in trouble. They are now a middle table team. That's what they are. They're not a top team. Haas is faster than Mercedes. Alfa Romeo is faster than Mercedes. Simple. They are on the back foot. Personally, look, I was joking about McLaren last week about it's hilarious where they are. But I guarantee in a couple more races, McLaren are going to be faster than Mercedes. Because for some reason today, McLaren came alive a little bit. I know Daniel Ricciardo had a DNF. We know that. But towards the end, Lando Norris in that car dug deep and he got that out of the car. He dug deep. He got the speed out of the car. So that car's got potential. But the Mercedes car is absolutely dog shit. Very simple. Bono was sleeping at the wheel. This was Bono. Bono, when Lewis was talking to him, Lewis and Bono were sleeping at the wheel. Both were sleeping at the wheel. Lewis is saying, look, they blame the safety car. But under the safety car, there's one thing you can say about Red Bull and you can say about Ferrari. Under a safety car, you have to be on the ball. You have to be prepared to come in at any given time. This is during the race. Virtual safety car, safety car. You have to be prepared to come in. And you was not prepared to come in. You were sleeping at the wheel. Magnussen, look, the Haas, they were clever. The Haas knew exactly what to do. They pulled in Kevin Magnussen onto the fresh hard tyres. And when that race resumed, I knew then it was over. It was over. Hamilton, he did not capitalise on the safety car. He waited when it was too late, and then they closed the pits. They closed the pits because Alonso was stuck in the pits and Ricciardo. They didn't clear the car. Now, some fans are going to come out and say, look, they've done it to screw Lewis. I'm not going to go down that road. Lewis shouldn't have got in that position in the first place. Lewis should have never got in that position in the first place.
Damn right.
Very simple. He should have been like Magnussen. He should have been on the button and he on the pace, thinking quick, jump straight in the pits, because that would have been a potential 5th place, maybe 4th. If he probably would have passed Russell. When Russell was on the new tyres and Hamilton was on the hard tyres, the older tyres, it was gaining on Russell a little bit. So imagine if Hamilton would have been on the brand new, fresh hard tyres. It's like, with Mercedes, it's like, if you've got 2 drivers, they compromise one for the other. Like they did last week with Russell when they compromised Russell over over Hamilton, because Hamilton had track position. That's the way Mercedes roll. And now, the thing about it, yeah, Hamilton got 1 point. This is the worst season in Lewis Hamilton's career. Is it that he's had enough? Is it he hasn't got passion for this anymore? It could be that. It's the car. It's definitely the car. But it could be a mixture of things. It could be the car. He might lose his passion for it. Halfway out the door now. His other foot is in Hollywood. He's getting ready to do documentaries. Has he got enough passion to do this? Is he here just to see out his contract to try and help George to get across? This is what goes back to my point yesterday. Why didn't Mercedes fight his corner when that they could have, and potentially, most likely could have won, but they never. Now look where we are. Mercedes are not winning no constructors. Okay? Mercedes are not winning jack shit. They'll be lucky if they get 3rd in the constructors. I don't think that's going to happen. 5th place for me, for Mercedes in the constructors. It's going to be Ferrari, in my opinion, still. It's going to be Red Bull 2nd. 3rd, potential Alpine. Alpine's faster than Mercedes. So I reckon Mercedes is the 6th fastest team. Alpine, Haas, Alfa Romeo, Red Bull, Ferrari, all faster than Mercedes. And what it boils down to is...
It's over. It's all over.
It's over?
What's the matter with you?
Very simple. If you do not agree with me, don't watch me. I'm the only one who's going to tell you the truth about this situation. Everybody knows I'm a Lewis fan. Everybody knows I'm a Mercedes fan, but I am a racing fan first. I know I keep repeating myself, but I need to get my point over. When people used to accuse me last year of being a Lewis mark, they didn't know nothing. I am a racing fan first, and like I said, if Lewis does something wrong or Mercedes do something wrong, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. Mercedes' strategy was absolutely diabolical.
It's an interesting tactic, just to keep pole position. You just don't need to do the lap.
And I know you're going to get the keyboard warriors. They're on Twitter now, the keyboard warriors. They're saying, oh, Hamilton's finished. Mercedes are finished. Mercedes, it's over. It's not going to be a quick fix. It's going to be at least a year for them to get back the way they want to. They're not going to be challenging Red Bull. They're not going to be challenging Ferrari. Forget it. Hamilton ain't winning no world title. Forget it. It's not going to happen. He needs to start watching his teammate because, look, the car's dog shit, but Russell got the best out of that car. Right? Mercedes, you got to blame Lewis. Lewis kept swapping that strategy around. He kept swapping his setups during practice 1, 2, and 3. And he fucked it up. He called it wrong when the safety car come out. Mercedes said to him, look, you want to come in? You want to come in? He says no, because he saw Ricciardo. They said, come into the pits. He said no. He didn't come into the pits because he saw Ricciardo and he thought, yeah, I don't need to come into the pits. That was a dumb move. Mercedes should have said, into the pits now. In. Not asking him, do you want to come in? In. That was
sloppy
by Mercedes. Very sloppy. So that's it, man. The race, Charles Leclerc. I thought Charles Leclerc had it, but Max Verstappen tipped him at the end. You can see that the Red Bull is the fastest in the straight line, but with the corners and the bends, it's Ferrari. That's why I think Ferrari's still going to win the title. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right having the good straight line speed, but I'd rather have a car what's decent on the straights, but better in the corners and the bends, because that's what's going to get you over. This is why Mercedes won the title, the constructors, last year and the year before. They didn't have the straight line speed, but they had the cornering. Last year they had the straight line speed, but the year before, when it was dominant, they had the best cornering and the best bet on the bends. And I think that's what's going to get Ferrari through. Ferrari's going to develop the car like Mercedes. I mean, like Red Bull. People saying, oh yeah, but Mercedes are going to develop the car. Yeah, they will develop the car. But you think about it, look where Mercedes are. They are 2.5 to 3 seconds behind Ferrari and Red Bull. Think about it. So if they develop the car, and then Ferrari develop the car, and Red Bull develop the car, Mercedes is not going to jump Ferrari, and not going to jump Red Bull. It's not going to happen. They're not even going to get third in the constructors the way they are. You just got to admit it to yourself. At the end of the day, it's a new era. It's a new era of Formula One. There's new regulations. Yeah. There's new cars. Younger drivers up and coming now. The day of Lewis Hamilton dominating Formula One is over. It's over. He won last year to me, 8-time world champion. They knew exactly what they was doing the way the race finished. He's an 8-time world champion to me. He can walk away from Formula One tomorrow and he'll be statistically the greatest of all time. Statistically. And you can't take that away from him. And that'll always go down people in the true racer's mind that Lewis Hamilton is an 8-time world champion. He's got the race room record. He's got the world championship record. He's got the lockout record. He's got the podium record. He's got every record you can think of. Every record. More podiums, more lockouts, more race finishes on the top than anybody. So all the records that matter, he's got. And he's got the... He's not equal to Michael Schumacher with championship. He's got 8. So he can walk away from the sport of statistically the greatest of all time. And that's it. He's not going to win the title this year. You just got to, look, you have to admit it to yourself. To be a true fan, you have to admit it to yourself. And I know you're going to get a lot of Mercedes fans saying, why? Why? Because you have to admit it to yourself. It is over. All Mercedes can do now is do what they can to not finish in an embarrassing situation at the end of the season. It happens to all of them. It happened to Red Bull. They had a tear from 2010 to 2015 or to 2013. 4 world titles in a row for Sebastian Vettel for Red Bull. They changed the regulations and then it was the Mercedes era. It happens. This is Formula One. Now we're getting a backward. To me, this is the Ferrari era. I know they're having now this era to me is the Ferrari era. We know at the end of the day, yeah, that Red Bull and Ferrari are battling each other now. But next year is going to be a different car for Red Bull. They won't have the Honda engine. They're going to have their own engine, and that's going to be potentially, it could be a middle table. Ferrari's still going to have the same car next year. So this is why I'm thinking now, this is the only last challenge that Ferrari's going to get this year off Red Bull. After this year, it's going to be Ferrari domination for the next 3 or 4 years. Until Red Bull or maybe another team get their car, maybe Mercedes get their car in a good window. But at the moment now, it's Red Bull and Ferrari. But next year, it's going to be Ferrari domination, like the way Mercedes did. Not as long as Mercedes, but they're going to have their time. And that's just the way that's the way it is. Toto, I didn't see Toto today giving any interviews. He was the guy who always used to give interviews. He's not giving out interviews because he knows deep down they fucked up, and that's just the way it is. They should have fought for Lewis and they never. And that's just the way it is, man. Bono today. Bono should have told him to come.
It's a box.
Keep it saying out.
No, stay up. In.
Hey, man.
No, sorry, mate. Okay, just go, good.
I was at the entry, man. We're in trouble.
Negative. So staying out.
That's what Bono should have said to Lewis today. Get the fuck in the pits. Now. Very simple. That's what he should have said. But it was too nice. Bono was just too nice. Asking him, get the fuck in the pits. I don't care if you're an 8-time world champion. Get in the pits, you fucking geek. Very simple. But that's just the way it is. For me, Mercedes are... They are doomed. And that's just the way he's just going to accept himself. But at the end of the day, Charles Leclerc, great showing for Charles Leclerc today. They got tipped at the end. Another Ferrari on top of the constructors. The Red Bull are set 1 point behind Mercedes in the constructors. That ain't going to last long. Red Bull going to be in front of going to be second in the constructors in 2 weeks' time in Australia. And that's it, man. It's over. Yeah, that's it. It's over, man. At the end of the day, yeah. Ferrari, to me, are the team to beat. They are still the team to beat. Red Bull going to run them close, but Ferrari are the team to beat. And that's just my opinion.
Damn right.
That's it, man. Nothing left to say, really. Congratulations to Charles Leclerc. Congratulations to Ferrari. Russell done the best he could do with that car. There's nothing much he can do. And that's it, man. Nothing left to say. We've got 2 weeks' time. Are Mercedes going to come back in Australia? No, they're not going to come back. Lewis might be probably 5th or 4th, but no more. There's nothing much he can do. The only way he's even going to get on that podium again is someone gets a DNF like he did in Bahrain. That's the only way Lewis is going to get on the podium. That's it. Nothing left to say. It's over. Congratulations to Ferrari. Congratulations to the whole team. They've done wonders with that car. Mercedes failed. Very simple. So, this is Solo P1 signing out. Thank you for your support on the last video. Here's my subs. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And this is Solo P1 signing out. And Mercedes are... Damn! Done. See you later, guys. Let's see what happens next race, but it's not looking good. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.